Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Margaret Sherry Memorial Library's virtual story time, hosted in Miss Tina's bedroom. Huzzah! Yay! Okie dokie, guys. Now, we're going to be talking about something really awesome. Today, we're actually going to be talking about gardens. And if you can't tell, Miss Tina's super excited because gardens are amazing. They grow our plants, they grow our food, bees come and visit them. What's not to love? So, why don't we all get in our sitting position, get ready for story time, get the wiggles out, get all those wiggles out, and let's do our welcoming song. Do you guys remember how it goes? We start by waving, and we sing. We wave and say hello, we wave and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and say hello. And looks like Houdini has come over to say hello to Storytime. Everybody say hi to Houdini. Hi, Houdini. All right, next verse. We clap. We clap and say hello. We clap and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and say hello. Now let's stomp. Can we stomp? We stomp and say hello. We stomp and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and say hello. Very good job, guys. Good job. Alright, now since we're going to be talking about gardens, let me get the pictures so we can do all the cool flashcards. Yes! Okay. And surprise, surprise, after 6 story times, Miss Tina finally figured out how to switch the screen around so you guys can see the letters. Isn't that awesome? Now, in our gardens, we can grow vegetables. What other type of gardens can there be? There can be, flower gardens. That's awesome. Okay, now what do we need to make a garden? We need some dirt. We need some seeds to plant. We need some water to keep those seeds from getting thirsty. Need some sunshine to help our plants grow. And we need seedlings. That's what comes when we get all the water and the sunshine. Pushes right out of the dirt. And those seedlings can either turn into flowers, depending on the seed, or they can turn into vegetables and fruit. Yeah, most of our food comes from seeds. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now for our first story, we're going to actually be talking about a surprise garden. Nobody knows what kind of garden it's going to be. Okay, so you guys ready? Here you go. The Surprise Garden by Zoe Hall, illustrated by Sherry Halpern. Let's see what these guys did. Here we go. We're planting the seeds for a surprise garden. Can you guess what we will grow? We don't know. It's a surprise. First, we use our trowel to rake and loosen the soil. Ooh. Mom has given us each a handful of all kinds of seeds. Look at all the different shapes and sizes. Do you guys see all the different shapes and sizes? Some are big, some are little, some are long, some are short. We poke the seeds into the soil one by one. We have painted sticks with different colors to mark the different kinds of seeds. Well, that was smart of them. Then we water the seeds and we wait for our surprise garden to grow. Soon the seeds sprout into small green shoots. Do you guys see the small green shoots? Can you guys find the bunny rabbit? There she is. We water the plants and the sun warms them. Our garden grows and grows and grows. On some plants, flowers bloom. And guess who comes to visit? Bees. Before long, the petals fall off and surprise! We see peas and beans and squash. Do you guys see the squash? There's 2 of them. Isn't that cool? On some plants, large leaves grow close to the ground. Surprise! We see spinach and lettuce. And what is growing here? Surprise! We see broccoli and cauliflower. Is something growing here? Surprise! We have carrots and radishes growing in the ground. Here is our largest plant. It's a watermelon. Surprise! Here is our tallest plant. It's a sunflower. Surprise! It has tasty seeds. All summer long, the food in our surprise garden ripens and we pick the food and surprise, we eat the food. Look, they're having a garden party. Isn't that nice, guys? The end. That was a really nice story, guys. Alrighty. Well, before we get to our next story, I thought it would be a good idea that we should sing a song. You guys may remember this from our last story time, where we had our flower story time. This one is our garden song, okay? It goes, the farmer plants the seeds, the farmer plants the seeds. Can you guys plant the seeds with me? The farmer plants the seeds, the farmer plants the seeds. Hi-ho to Mario, the farmer plants the seeds. Now, the rain begins to fall. You guys ready? The rain begins to fall, the rain begins to fall. Hi-ho, Dario, the rain begins to fall. Good job, guys. Now, we gotta make the sun shine. So, make the sun shine. Good job. The sun begins to shine, the sun begins to shine. Hi-ho, Dario, the sun begins to shine. Very good job, guys. One more verse. This one goes, the plants begin to grow. Can you guys make the plants grow? Hold your fingers up. The plants begin to grow. Hi-ho to Mario, the plants begin to grow. Good job, everyone. Okay, well, speaking of plants growing and a farmer, we're gonna read a story about a farmer who's having some problems with some 3 mischievous bunny rabbits. Our second story today is called Muncha, Muncha, Muncha by Candace Fleming, illustrated by G. Brian Karras. All right, let's see what happens. For years, Mr. Greenlee dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty, of growing yummy vegetables, and gobbling them all up. But he never tried until one spring, he thought, this is the year. This spring, said Mr. Greenlee, this spring, by golly, I'm going to plant that garden. So he hoed and he weeded and he sowed and he watched his garden grow. Lettuce and carrots and peas and tomatoes, yum, yum, yummy, said Mr. Greenlee. I'll soon fill my tummy with crisp, fresh veggies. Ooh. But one night when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 hungry bunnies appeared. You guys see the 3 bunnies? Help me count. 1, 2, 3. The 3 bunnies went tippity, 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 pat. Muncha, muncha, muncha. What are they doing, guys? They're eating the vegetables. Uh-oh. The next morning, Mr. Greenlee saw his gnawed sprouts. He was very angry. So he built a small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. There, he said, no bunny can get into my garden. And then the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippity, tippity, pat, spring and hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The bunnies came back. The next morning, Mr. Greenlee was very, very angry when he saw that his shoots had been chewed on. So he built a tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. He huffed. Those flop ears will never get over it. Nobody can get into my garden now. So he thought. But that night when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 little bunnies went tippity, tippity, pat, stig and scrabble, scratch, 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 spring and hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. and ate some more of the vegetables. The next morning, Mr. Greeley was furious. Oh, he was so mad. He made a deep, wet trench outside the tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence around his vegetable garden. Ha! Those pufftails can't get under it. They can't get over it. Nobody can get into my garden now. Then the sun went down and the moon went up, and tippity-tippity, pat, dive in, paddle, splash, splash, splash. Dig and scrabble, scratch, scratch, scratch. Spring and hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. The three little bunnies came back. The next morning, when Mr. Greeley saw that his nibbled leaves and chewed stems and gnawed sprouts happened in the middle of the night, he was enraged. So he hammered and blocked and sawed and stalked and drilled and filled and trapped and locked. He built a huge, enormous thing before the deep, wet trench, outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. "I've outsmarted those twitch whiskers for sure," he exclaimed. "They can't get through it. They can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny, no way, no how can get into my vegetable garden now. Ha, ha, ha." And then the sun went down, and the moon came out, and tippity-tippity, stop. There were 3 hungry bunnies, looking and smelling, touching the huge, enormous thing before them, and tippity-tippity, pat. The bunnies hopped away. They couldn't get in. Uh-oh. The next morning, Mr. Greeley was so excited. He saw that his vegetables were untouched, and he was very happy. "I beat the bunnies," he whooped and did a jiggly-wiggly victory dance. And then he climbed over and jumped across and squeezed between and crawled under until he reached his vegetable garden. "Ah," sighed Mr. Greeley, "at last." Smacking his lips, he picked and pulled up lettuce, carrots, and peas and tomatoes. And with his basket overflowing, he reached inside for something yummy and found 3 mischievous little bunnies in his basket. Muncha, muncha, munching. At which point, Mr. Greeley gave up and decided it was time to share. The end. Very good job, guys. You did amazing. All right, that story was all about Mr. Greeley and his garden. But there is another song that we're going to sing about a famous lady who had a garden. It's called "Mistress Mary, How Does Your Garden Grow?" Do you guys know this one? I'm sure you do. But if you don't, just follow along with Miss Tina. "Mistress Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row." Do you guys want to do it again? Let's try it one more time. "Mistress Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row." Very good job, guys. Alrighty. Now, just like Mr. Greeley had to learn how to share his garden with some bunnies, we're going to read another story that's all about sharing. It's called "If You Plant a Seed" by Kadir Nelson. And this is actually one of Miss Tina's favorite stories. The pictures are beautiful. I can't wait to show you. Guys, see? There's a mouse and a bunny. Now, it says, if you plant a tomato seed, a carrot seed, and a cabbage seed, in time, with some care and love, a tomato, a carrot, and a cabbage plant will grow. And you will have lots of yummy vegetables. They look happy. So many yummy vegetables that someone might decide to visit. Uh-oh. I don't think the bunny and the mouse look too happy. I think the birds want to share the vegetables. What do you guys think? Let's see how this goes. Uh-oh. If you plant a seed of selfishness in a very short time, it will grow and grow and grow into a heap of trouble. What happened to all the vegetables, guys? In the fight, we threw them around. We didn't share. But if you plant a seed of kindness, like the mouse is doing, in no time at all, oh, what are the birds doing? They're sharing seeds. Do you guys see? Oh, that's beautiful. In no time at all, the fruits of kindness will grow and grow and grow into a beautiful garden. And those fruits are very sweet. Look, guys, everybody's sharing. Isn't that the way you're supposed to do? Ah, awesome. The end. Very good job, guys. You did amazing. I am so proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me for another virtual story time. I know it's been hard out there, guys, and I know we're all just trying to get through it, but you guys are doing amazing. I mean that, okay? We're going to get through this together. Now, remember, cough in your elbow. Make sure you sneeze in your elbow, too. Remember to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with hot soap and water. Be kind to each other, okay? How we're going to get through this is by being kind to each other, by sticking it out. Read a couple of good books this week, and do Miss Tina a favor. Go outside. Get some dirt under your nails. You know, play outdoors for a little bit. If you get a chance and Mom brings home some yummy vegetables or some yummy fruits, make sure you eat them. Maybe save the seeds and plant them. Maybe do a garden together if you guys can. You never know, okay? All right. Remember, we have tons of stuff for you guys still to do on our website for the Harrison County Library. There's still a lot of stuff going on our social media. Please feel free to check us out on our Facebook or Twitter. We will still be posting things, and we don't know about reopening yet. We're still trying to work that out with the CDC and with everything going on. So keep listening in. We'll let you guys know as soon as we know, okay? And I will see you guys next Thursday. I love you all so very much. Take care of yourselves. Bye.